Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Imagine being handed the role that could either crown you a legend or destroy your career forever. That's exactly the storm swirling around Wang Yibo and the battle to play Jia Baoyu in the new remake of Dream of the Red Chamber. This isn't just casting, it's war. Welcome to Star Watch Now, your home for the hottest drama, the deepest insights, and the stories everyone's talking about. Jia Baoyu is not simply a fictional character to be cast and forgotten. He is one of the most enduring figures in Chinese literature, a symbol of complexity and contradiction whose essence has challenged actors for generations. In Dream of the Red Chamber, Baoyu embodies the delicate balance between privilege and vulnerability, rebellion and conformity, innocence and awareness. He is a young man born into nobility, expected to embody refinement, dignity, and strength. Yet at the same time, his soul longs for freedom, tenderness, and the beauty of fleeting moments. His tears for fragile flowers, his empathy for the overlooked maids, and his defiance of rigid social expectations make him both fragile and revolutionary. To portray him well requires more than handsome looks or elegant posture. It demands the ability to carry the weight of history, the sensitivity to reveal contradictions without losing coherence, and the courage to expose emotional truth without fear of ridicule. What makes this role so significant is not only its literary heritage but also its cultural meaning today. For centuries, Baoyu has represented a challenge to conventional masculinity. He is not the warrior, not the stoic leader, but rather the dreamer who dares to feel deeply in a world that demands restraint. In every adaptation, the actor playing Baoyu must bridge two worlds: the aristocratic splendor of the Qing dynasty and the modern audience's struggle to accept vulnerability in men. This is why the casting always ignites passionate debates. To embody Baoyu is to embody the eternal tension between strength and fragility, between societal duty and personal longing. The difficulty of this role lies in its contradictions. One moment Baoyu is described as possessing the noble face of the full moon, admired and untouchable. In the next, he crouches on the floor to prepare medicine for a servant, moved to tears by her suffering. He can pout like a child, yet speak words of startling wisdom that reveal his awareness of the fleeting nature of life and love. Any actor stepping into this role must shift between these emotional registers seamlessly, convincing the audience that one person can contain them all. That is why audiences scrutinize each candidate with such intensity. They are not only judging an actor's skills but also questioning whether modern stars still have the emotional range to bring this timeless paradox to life. To play Jia Baoyu is not just to act. It is to confront the audience with the question of what it means to be human in all its contradictions. The 2024 adaptation of Dream of the Red Chamber was meant to be a revival of one of China's greatest cultural treasures. Yet instead it became a painful reminder of how a masterpiece can be diminished when surface beauty is mistaken for substance. The production assembled a cast of young, attractive stars, each carefully styled to resemble aristocrats in appearance. But the result was a hollow spectacle. Viewers complained that the characters moved like models in a fashion show, rather than figures burdened with emotion, history, and destiny. Instead of seeing noble sons and daughters caught in the web of family duty and personal longing, the audience saw actors too busy posing to embody the fragile humanity of Chao Shuiqin's world. The failure did not lie merely in poor performances but in a fundamental misunderstanding of what makes Dream of the Red Chamber timeless. This is not a story about superficial beauty, but about beauty entangled with sorrow, privilege shadowed by loss, and love constantly threatened by the inevitability of decline. The 2024 version reduced these layers into a glossy performance that could not move the heart. Critics described the so-called aristocratic grace as resembling military drills, stiff and mechanical, devoid of the natural ease and innocence that made earlier portrayals unforgettable. Even moments of tenderness, which should have drawn tears, instead felt rehearsed, like gestures choreographed for the camera rather than born out of the soul of the character. The disappointment cut deeper because audiences had long anticipated a return of this classic. For many, Dream of the Red Chamber carries a personal and cultural weight. It is not merely entertainment but an inheritance of emotion and philosophy. To see it treated with such detachment felt like a betrayal. Fans lamented that the cast appeared more concerned with maintaining their image than surrendering to the pain and contradictions of their roles. As a result, the story's central themes, innocence, fragility, the fleeting nature of life, were lost in translation. In truth, the 2024 failure revealed a larger issue in modern adaptations, the prioritization of star power and commercial gloss over depth and artistry. While the costumes sparkled and the sets dazzled, the soul of the novel never came alive. For a tale that speaks of the impermanence of beauty and the tragedy of wasted youth, nothing could be more ironic. The collapse of this version became a lesson that without vulnerability, sincerity, and emotional truth, even the grandest production cannot breathe life into a classic. When the possibility of Wang Yibo stepping into the role of Jia Baoyu first surfaced, it sent shockwaves across social media, igniting both unshakable loyalty from his fans and fierce resistance from his critics. A single leaked photo of him in a purple crown, his profile sharp and serene, was enough to fuel a frenzy. Admirers declared him the perfect vision of aristocratic elegance, convinced his face alone could resurrect the nobility of an ancient era. For them, Wang Yibo represented not only a star but a figure who could bridge modern celebrity with the spirit of a timeless character. Yet the very same image became ammunition for skeptics, who remembered his uneven performance in Legend of Fei and claimed he lacked the emotional depth to carry such a demanding role. This duality, the collision of worship and ridicule, made the conversation around him more explosive than that surrounding any other candidate. The frenzy deepened when memes began to circulate, transforming his past roles into satire. In one viral edit, a still of his more delicate appearance from The Untamed was placed beside Dayu burying flowers, captioned with biting humor that turned a scene of sorrow into a joke. These playful but cruel commentaries tapped into a deeper unease, the fear that Wang Yibo might reduce Baoyu's fragility to caricature. Yet even as critics laughed, his supporters responded with defiance, reminding the public that he once embodied Lan Wangji with grace and restraint, a role many thought impossible until he proved otherwise. This tug-of-war between memory and doubt, between past triumphs and potential failure, has kept his name at the center of every discussion. At the heart of the frenzy lies a larger truth about Wang Yibo's place in the industry. He is not merely an actor. He is a symbol of the new generation of traffic stars, whose careers are built as much on public attention as on craft. To cast him as Jia Baoyu would be to gamble not only on his talent but on the willingness of audiences to see beyond his fame and rediscover him as a vessel for vulnerability. That gamble is what excites his fans and terrifies his detractors. The frenzy is not just about whether Wang Yibo can play Baoyu, but about whether modern stardom can ever coexist with a role that demands raw, unpolished humanity. It is this tension, between glamour and sincerity, between expectation and doubt, that fuels the storm surrounding his name. The hidden power game. Behind the curtain, the fight gets darker. Wang Yibo has Lihua Entertainment backing him. Zeng Shunxi has the Kiwi platform, and Hou Minghao's agent pushes his dramatic background. Investors whisper, Yibo brings the money, but can he bring the soul? This isn't just about acting. It's about influence, politics, and millions in revenue. The deeper debate. But here's the real story. Baoyu's femininity. In the 18th century, he symbolized innocence in a strict, patriarchal world. Today, actors fear being labeled effeminate. Society celebrates abs and toughness but mocks fragility. So when we ask, who should play Baoyu? Maybe the bigger question is, do we still allow men to be innocent? That debate resonates far beyond China. It's about how we see masculinity in today's world. Closing, inspiring finish. This casting battle isn't just about one role. It's about culture, identity, and the impossible weight of living up to legends. Wang Yibo, Zeng Shunxi, Hou Minghao, whoever takes on Baoyu will face fire, but also the chance to redefine what it means to be a man on screen. And that's why the world can't stop watching. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to hit like, Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Star Watch now. Thank you for being part of our community. And stay tuned, because the drama is only just beginning.